Police responded to a road rage report where a victim said his car was rammed and his window shot out. Minutes later, officers spotted the suspect's vehicle speeding away from a gas station.
It's a white male, gray hair, and alright, failed pit, continue.
We're going to be continuing.
A pursuit followed through local roads as the suspect threw objects from the car. The chase ended in a grassy yard where the vehicle stopped and the driver stepped out holding a black AR-15 rifle.
Get on the ground! Changing! 99, shots fired!
He raised the rifle toward officers, prompting one to fire. Wounded, the suspect ran on foot, turning back several times to point the weapon before collapsing on a port.
Let me get a rifle. Got it.
Officers rendered aid until medics arrived. He was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The night began with reckless anger, but ended with choices that left no escape.
Get your hands behind your back. Do it now.
Officers were warned about a suspect wanted for attempted homicide. An hour later, they found him driving on West Stockton Boulevard. When police tried to stop the car, the driver suddenly opened his door and fired. The quiet street turned into an exchange of gunfire in seconds.
Hey! Shots fired! Shots fired. Hey, calm down. I got it. Punch her! He's got it. Get out of the car, this way. Shots fired, continuing shots. Go back there behind our car. Rifle! Throw the weapon down! Put your fucking hands up! Crawl towards me!
Bullets struck the suspect, and officers moved fast to take control. They secured him and gave medical aid until fire crews arrived. He was rushed to the hospital and is now stable. No officers were hurt. One pull of the trigger turned his escape into a direct road to consequence. A yellow Dodge Challenger swerved recklessly, drawing the attention of police. Behind the wheel, Aaron Sadler stopped briefly before taking off again. Officers used a PIT maneuver to bring the chase to an end. Sadler tried to run with a backpack, but inside the car and the bag, police found marijuana, promethazine, THC edibles, and thousands of dollars in cash. He was booked into the Pulaski jail on multiple charges. Every road has an ending, and for those who run, that ending is always the arms of justice.
So you can look at it. It's not a weapon, sir.
So I can look at it?
It's not a weapon.
Cleveland, Ohio. At Hopkins International Airport, officers approached 37-year-old Samir Faraj after noticing a machete. Instead of complying, he ran off, pressed the blade near his neck, and ignored every command.
Excuse me.
Turn around.
Excuse me. Watch out. Watch out. You watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Get on the ground.
On the ground right now.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Watch out. Watch out.
Tasers were deployed but failed to stop him. Faraj jumped over walls and waved the weapon in the air as panicked passengers screamed.
On the ground right now.
I have to go to Jerusalem. I'm a prophet, guys.
Get on the ground.
I'm a prophet, people. I'm a prophet, people. Please, I gotta go to Jerusalem. I have to go to the Aqsa.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground. Do not reach for anything. Do not reach for anything.
Shoot me, please, bro. Tell me
Turn around.
bro. I gotta go because I don't want to go to no trouble. Please, bro. I don't want to cause no trouble, bro.
It's not gonna work. Drop it.
Stop it, please.
Drop it.
Stop it.
Drop it. Drop it. Get him.
The chase inside the terminal grew tense until officers finally closed in after another leap across a wall. They forced him down and secured him in handcuffs. Several weapons were recovered from his belongings. The airport may seem like a place of departures, but poor choices only bring arrivals to consequence.
They're trying to change me into a dog. They're trying to change me into a dog.
Officers found 25-year-old Rodney Applewhite standing in the middle of the road beside his gray Chrysler. They moved in to place him under arrest. Immediately called for medical aid. He was taken to a hospital in Albuquerque, where he later died. The road had many turns, but his choices closed them all. A white Ford pickup fleeing deputies raced north on I-95 at speeds over 100 miles per hour. Behind the wheel was Alexandria Mason, weaving through lanes and refusing to stop. Officers attempted multiple interventions before a precise piety near the Fuller Warren Bridge forced the truck into a concrete barrier, striking a passing SUV. Mason crawled across the cab, trying to escape through the passenger side, but officers closed in. Inside the truck, police recovered a firearm, suspected drugs, and ammunition. Mason was transported to a hospital and now faces serious charges. The highway stretched ahead, but her choices turned every mile into a dead end. A white Nissan Rogue caught police attention after a caller reported a man with a rifle inside. The driver, Adler Telfort, fled on Hike 75, pushing speeds over 130 miles per hour and weaving dangerously through traffic. The chase ended near mile marker 108 when troopers executed a PIT, forcing the SUV into the guardrail. Telfort stepped out and surrendered. Inside the car, officers found toy guns, a pellet rifle, and marijuana. Records also showed his license suspended and active probation. Toy or not, a gun in the wrong place can spark chaos just as fast. Do you think carrying a fake weapon is still dangerous? Comment yes if you agree. Three suspects stormed into a Sephora store in Fremont, filling garbage bags with nearly $19,000 in merchandise before fleeing in a stolen SUV. Fremont officers spotted the vehicle on Interstate 8080. Instead of stopping, the driver sped away with the lights off, pushing the chase nearly 10 miles into Union City.
Going to pull sack. Hey, stop right there! Stop! Get off the ground!
The SUV hit a dead end, spun toward police, and rammed patrol cars. An officer fired, injuring the driver, while the other two suspects were taken into custody. Tobias, Lindsay, and Stanley all had prior felony records and outstanding warrants. A night of theft ended with handcuffs, proof that every reckless shortcut eventually runs out of road. Crescent City, California. Officers responded to a disabled vehicle blocking traffic near Parkway Drive and Sherwood Lane. Robert Anderson, 38, was nearby, walking in the street with a knife lying close by.
Oh, no, look. You're fine. So, when did all this happen? So, all that I got to call, Robert?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, just like y'all saying, I'm just standing here because y'all, I've been talking to y'all this whole time.
We're talking about
So y'all, I'm telling y'all, look, I got a knife in here, that's it.
Yeah, no, can you put it on the ground for us?
Look, I'm just telling y'all, y'all doing the same thing.
We don't have our hands on weaponry. All right, thank you, Ron.
I'm just letting y'all know. I mean, can y'all not come near me? Because I ain't coming near y'all, though.
We just...
What we have is that we want to get away from that.
Like, this is our planet. Y'all coming around like this, y'all taking it from us.
I understand. We just want to get you away from the knife. Can you
that's
just
all
step...
y'all worried about. I'm worried about everything. Like, I just lost my whole... look what I just did. And we still talk because y'all worried about the knife. Like, y'all got guns, tasers, every... That's what I'm saying, baby.
He refused to move away from the weapon despite repeated commands. At one point, he suddenly grabbed the knife and charged toward an officer. Several shots were fired.
Shots fired, shots fired. 1141 code 3.
Police gave immediate medical aid, but Anderson did not survive. No officers or civilians were hurt. A calm voice and distance could have changed everything. But when danger is within reach, seconds decide outcomes. A motorbike rider attempted to escape through crowded city streets, weaving between cars. The pursuit ended when the officer cut through stairways and corners, bringing the suspect into custody without shots fired. Justice arrived not with weapons, but with steady persistence that outlasted reckless speed. A felony warrant turned into a high-risk pursuit on Sunrise Boulevard, Broward County, January 13th, 2025. Troopers spotted the wanted suspect inside a black Mercedes SUV. When officers initiated a traffic stop, the driver fled. A petit maneuver was attempted, but failed. The driver bailed out and the front passenger took over, speeding away in disregard for public safety. The second petit was executed as the SUV neared I-95. It overturned and came to a stop. All three suspects were ordered out and taken into custody without further incident. 3 firearms were recovered. All suspects were hospitalized and later booked into jail. When the first plan fails, how many lives hang on what happens next? A GMC Sierra Denali tore down I-40, leaving a trail of wailing sirens behind. Behind the wheel was Christopher Monroe, carrying a heavy past and a list of outstanding warrants.
So
When troopers blocked Highway 167, he rammed a patrol car and continued fleeing at over 100 miles per hour, weaving from Sherwood into Little Rock. The chase only ended when a tactical vehicle intervention stopped him on Roosevelt Road. Inside the truck were over 300 grams of meth, 109 grams of fentanyl, plus cocaine, marijuana, and a loaded .45 caliber revolver. Rowe's rap sheet stretched from theft to drug trafficking. The highway might seem endless, but for a fugitive, it only leads to a dead end. This time, that dead end is 17 years behind bars. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Glendale police pursued a stolen Volkswagen linked to an armed robbery.
East on Marne. It's got no tire. East on Marne past Yorkwood.
We're gonna go southbound on Lydell now.
Yeah, the 16th, we're going to mutual aid from White Bay Sherwood.
Right, still, here comes the pit, and up road and into the park, and then it'll be bailed.
One, two, lane, where we do mutual aid.
Even with blown tires, the driver kept pushing recklessly through city streets, putting others at risk. The chase ended when officers executed a pit maneuver, sending the car into a power pole before it came to a stop. 4 suspects, including 2 women and 2 teenagers, were taken into custody. It's a clear reminder that running only makes things worse and can endanger an entire community. Volkswagen Jetta crashes hard while trying to get away from the Florida Highway Patrol.
Coming up Stockton, coming up to Roadside, getting back on I-10, Spanish. Temple Jackson, it's going to be on the 28th of November, 8-4-6. It's going to be a vibe coming up to Pasadena. Roger, so that's still,
Jackson, Idaho. Quick this call. I had her name.
down by 95 Jax, still moderate. Jax, you just hit a sign. You just Singapore, Put your hands up! Do not move! Do not move! Hey! Put your hands on the windshield! Move your face out the way! Move your face out the way! Do not move! You want to touch it? Yeah. That sounds good. Let's get that. Close your eyes! Close your eyes! We get flash in your face. Hey,
We will update you with the latest details once the investigation results are released. Thank you for watching 9/11 Pursuit Zone.
you don't have to do all that. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. You don't have to.
An Infiniti Q60 with dark tint caught an officer's attention. When signaled to stop, the driver, Keon Lamar Marsh, hit the gas and raced through a parking lot before jumping back onto the highway. He reached 138 miles per hour, running stop signs, weaving through cars, and even cutting across the median. The chase ended when he lost control and slid into a ditch.
Get out! Get out of the car right now! Turn around. Turn around.
Marsh refused commands and tried to escape, but officers boxed him in. With nowhere left to go, he finally surrendered. Police later found his license revoked and prior convictions on record. The highway gave him exits, but his choices closed them all.
Hey, where's the gun now?
Police in Charleston responded to a father's call reporting a fight between his two sons, one possibly armed.
Take your hands out of your pocket. Hey, take your hands out of your pocket. Hey, put your gun down. Put your gun down.
Officers arrived and encountered Andrew Williams, 37, standing outside the home. Despite repeated commands, he pulled a 9mm handgun and pointed it toward both officers and family members.
Get your gun down. Hey, put the gun down.
Within 7 seconds of stepping from their patrol cars, officers opened fire. Williams was struck, transported to the hospital, and later pronounced deceased. A single choice with a weapon in hand turned family conflict into a split second where life, law, and loss collided.
Hey, bro, drop it.
What began as a routine patrol turned into seconds of danger when officers spotted a man near an apartment entrance.
A lot of burglary from motor vehicles, things like that. Can be, altercation.
The individual, identified as 24-year-old Angel Ledesma, suddenly ran toward the officers with a knife pointed in their direction. Despite repeated commands to drop it, he refused.
Hey, bro, drop it. Relax, homie, relax. Hey, bro, drop it.
Gunfire followed as Ledesma kept advancing. He was struck, fell to the pavement, and officers immediately gave medical aid until paramedics arrived. No one else was hurt, but Ledesma was pronounced dead at the scene. A folding knife was recovered as evidence. Even a short blade can open a long trail of consequences. What began as a routine traffic stop turned into a high-speed pursuit across Grant County. The driver, identified as 31-year-old Carlos Smith of Lamar, refused to pull over and pushed his vehicle past 90 miles per hour. Deputies and Sheridan police joined the chase as it entered city streets. Spike strips and tactical maneuvers eventually brought the pursuit to an end on Oklahoma Street. Multiple patrol units and even a city vehicle were damaged, but no officers or citizens were hurt. Smith was taken into custody and faces numerous charges along with outstanding warrants from several states. One man's flight left a trail of wrecked vehicles, proving that running from the law only trades freedom for heavier chains.
Put the gun down!
During a patrol, Officer Josh Baker stopped a black Camaro tied to a wanted drug felon. The driver, Nika Nicole Holbert, was not the registered owner, but initially followed instructions.
Is this?
Yes. It's probably not there.
Thank you.
After suspected narcotics were found in her bag, Baker moved to detain her, drawing his taser.
No, hold on. Don't put me in handcuffs. I haven't done anything wrong.
Ma'am.
No, no.
You're about to get tased. Get out! Get down on the ground! Down on the ground! Step out! Ma'am! Put the gun down! Put the gun down!
Holbert pulled a gun. She fired, hitting Baker under his vest. He returned fire. Holbert threw her weapon, fled in the Camaro, and crashed a block away. She later did not survive. Baker underwent surgery and is recovering. In traffic stops, one choice can shift the outcome from safe resolution to irreversible loss. The roar of the engine echoed through a narrow alley, signaling the start of a dangerous chase. When officers signaled for a stop, the motorcyclist accelerated, weaving through tight passages in the neighborhood. When officers closed in, the motorcycle lost control, sliding across the pavement. Both riders were quickly detained, bringing the reckless flight to an end. No one was injured, but the path they chose turned a routine stop into unnecessary danger. Staying calm and cooperating when signaled to stop is the only way to make it home safely. Illinois State Police tracked a vehicle suspected of being linked to an armed robbery in Texas. The car stopped at a gas station in Lexington, where 19-year-old Joseph Hernandez went inside, while 18-year-old Ryan Hurst stayed in the vehicle.
See your hands. Lay down, on the ground now. Stay right there. Keep your hands where they're at. Come secure this guy. Hey, get this guy right here. Hands up! Hands up now!
As officers moved in to take both into custody, Hurst pointed a firearm toward them. Officers fired, striking him. First aid was given before Hurst was transported to the hospital, where he is listed in stable condition. Hernandez was taken into custody without injury. When a weapon is raised against law enforcement, the moment can decide whether the next step is toward resolution or toward a road that can't be retraced. If you believe compliance can change the outcome, comment yes.
Got a gun! Got a gun!
Police received multiple calls about a man with a gun acting erratically. When officers Morrison and Najera Arredondo arrived at a taco shop, the suspect, 33-year-old Derek Weatherspoon, suddenly opened fire and tried to flee. Officers returned fire, forcing him to the ground, but he held onto his weapon. Backup moved in, disarmed him, and called for medics, but he did not survive. It's a sharp reminder that one pull of a trigger can end a life, and sometimes the wisest choice is simply to stop. At Normandy Estates, police escorted a woman back to her home after a conflict with her boyfriend, 39-year-old Michael Lee Wright. Wright suddenly rushed out, attacked the patrol car, climbed onto the hood, and blocked the vehicle. Officer Patrick Burke tried to back away, but Wright kept advancing aggressively. Shouting, "Go ahead and kill me," while holding an unknown object, Wright charged at the officer, forcing Burke to open fire.
Put it down! Put it down! Put it down! Put it down!
This shows that when anger and despair overtake reason, the chance for a safe resolution disappears. A woman behind the wheel of an SUV mistook another vehicle for her ex-husband's and began ramming it on the highway. The driver she targeted was not her ex at all, but an innocent woman with no idea why she was being attacked. Officers closed in as the SUV reached over 100 miles per hour. A tactical maneuver was used to stop the vehicle, and the driver, identified as Amy, was taken into custody. She now faces charges including aggravated assault and resisting law enforcement with bail set at $100,000. The victim was unharmed, yet one reckless outburst turned the highway into a reminder that confusion at the wheel can strike like a weapon. The calm of Interstate 40 broke when troopers spotted an orange and black Dodge Charger racing past at 83 miles per hour in a 65 zone. The driver, identified as Brandon Williams, initially pulled over, but suddenly restarted the car and fled. The Charger pushed beyond 140 miles per hour, weaving across lanes and throwing other drivers into danger. Troopers executed a tactical vehicle intervention near the 284-mile marker. Pinned from both ends, Williams tried to escape but was taken into custody. A bag of marijuana and a digital scale were recovered.
Move! You're gonna get shot! You move, you get shot! Get on the ground! Put your hands on the ground!
Williams suffered a minor injury and now faces multiple charges. What began as a speeding stop ended with wrecked patrol cars and drug evidence, proving that every mile of resistance only adds weight to the final outcome.
Put your chest.
On November 30th, 2023, a routine call in North Hollywood turned into a dangerous standoff. Officers responded after 52-year-old Francisco Javier Alba assaulted a store employee. He left, but soon returned with a drywall hammer that had a hatchet blade.
No, pa abajo! Pa abajo! Hey! 40, stand by! 40!
Back it up. Hey, back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
Police gave commands and used support tools such as a taser, rubber bullets, and beanbags, but they were ineffective. Alba ignored the orders, and officers were forced to open fire. Alba was injured and hospitalized in stable condition. No one else was harmed. Resistance only closed every way out, and force became the final boundary of safety.
Put the light down. Brandon.
Officers responded to Wilmington Boulevard, where a 26-year-old man, Brandon Russell Mahan Jr., held a knife and refused to drop it.
Don't be doing that, man. We don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't want you to get hurt, man. Brandon.
He's gone, but I'm Officer Lavelle.
All right, Brandon.
Hey, brother, get some at least right here. At least we have a...
Put down the knife.
He ignored repeated commands and moved toward the officers. Less lethal rounds, including a beanbag shotgun and a 40mm projectile, were used but had no effect.
Hey, get down. Hey, put the knife down. 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 Get down.
As he continued forward with the knife, an officer-involved shooting occurred.
Don't move. Don't move. All right, bro. Don't move. Don't move. Do not move. Don't move.
Mahan fell to the ground, and officers used a taser before taking him into custody. He was transported to the hospital for treatment, and the knife he carried was collected as evidence. In that moment, a quiet street turned into a test of patience and restraint that no one passing by will easily forget. A blue Honda Grom, driven by a masked rider, refused to stop after troopers tried to pull him over for speeding on Griffin Road. Instead, 33-year-old Francisco Liscano made reckless U-turns, drove against traffic, cut across medians, and even struck a patrol vehicle during the chase. He abandoned the motorcycle and ran on foot, but fell and was quickly taken into custody. Troopers later confirmed the bike was stolen. This pursuit shows how one reckless ride can pile up into a chain of charges. Responsibility would have been the safer road. Deputies responded to reports of a man chasing people with a sharp object at a gas station near Fair Oaks Avenue and Woodbury Road. The suspect, 47-year-old Charles Towns, ignored commands to stop. As deputies followed, he stabbed an elderly woman in the face and moved to attack another person.
Whoa, bro! Get up, bro! Hey, slow down. Stop moving.
A deputy-involved shooting occurred. Towns fell, got up, and advanced toward deputies before collapsing from gunshot wounds. Paramedics arrived, but he did not survive. 2 civilians suffered stabbing injuries, and the weapon, a pair of scissors, was recovered. Violence can erupt in an instant, and timely action is the line between danger and safety.
Easy.
Get out of the car right now.
Right, 59. 68 not from front.
A traffic stop on I-90 escalated when 21-year-old Victor Hernandez Paredes refused to pull over his Honda Civic. During the high-speed pursuit, his younger brother Daniel appeared in a silver Infiniti, cutting between patrol cars and Victor's vehicle to interfere. Victor's Honda eventually spun out and crashed into a ditch, where troopers discovered a woman and child inside, thankfully unharmed. But Daniel fled westbound in the Infiniti, and the chase continued.
It's spinning out. Now it's facing rightwards in the ditch. Go.
Looks like Dallas Lane Department. There's something here.
With helicopter support and Seattle police assistance, Daniel was finally taken into custody. Both brothers now face felony charges, proof that reckless choices can drag more lives into danger than they ever protect. April 5th in Alpharetta, Georgia, a traffic stop on Old Milton Parkway quickly turned tense. Behind the wheel was 24-year-old Dennis Aguirre. The officer suspected drugs and ordered him out of the car. Aguirre resisted, pulled back toward the driver's seat, and the officer was dragged several feet with his arm caught inside.
Clear. 729 at 1845, calling in. Case non-emergency traffic directed. Old Milton Morris in the Waffle House parking lot. Old Milton Morris in the Waffle House parking lot.
The struggle ended on the ground where Aguirre was restrained. Both he and the officer sustained minor cuts before being cleared by medical staff. He now faces charges ranging from assault on an officer to drug trafficking and reckless driving. What began as a routine stop shows how fast defiance can unravel safety on both sides. Just before midnight, Trooper A. Matthews clocked a black Infiniti G37 at 102 miles per hour in a 60 zone on I-20. When the driver refused to stop, the chase began. Speed soared to 145 miles per hour as the car ran a red light, weaved through traffic, and pushed eastbound on the interstate. The pursuit ended on the Glenwood Avenue exit, where a PIT maneuver spun the Infiniti into the median. The driver still tried to flee, but was forced out at gunpoint and taken into custody. He was identified as Charles Hopkins, showing signs of alcohol impairment, and later found to have an outstanding warrant. Hopkins now faces multiple charges, a reminder that reckless speed only shortens the road, while accountability keeps it open. Mayhem broke out on a Tuesday morning when a stolen yellow school bus led police on a wild chase across 2 states. Behind the wheel was 32-year-old Chad A. Murdoch. It began around 10:15 a.m. in Cincinnati, Ohio, as the bus tore through yards, fields, and highways, forcing troopers into a high-speed pursuit that crossed into Indiana. After nearly an hour, stop sticks slowed the bus until it became stuck in a Shelby County field. Several patrol cars were damaged, but no one was injured. Murdoch was taken into custody and now faces multiple charges. A school bus is built to carry students, not recklessness, and one wrong choice turned the road into pure chaos. What would you do if the person you're trying to stop suddenly pulled a gun in the middle of traffic? Daryl Gamble, 40, was wanted for drug and firearm charges. He fled, but his car stalled at a busy intersection. As officers approached, he stepped out and opened fire. A shootout erupted. Officers returned fire from behind their patrol unit. Gamble was fatally struck. 4 firearms and 33 casings were recovered. Despite 40 rounds exchanged, no officers were injured. Just seconds can shift a street into a battleground. And in those moments, calm under pressure becomes the only thing standing between chaos and survival. If you believe staying calm under fire takes more than training, comment yes. A stolen Dodge Durango with no plates was spotted around Farmington Hills. Patrol units moved in to block its path, but the driver hit a police car and took off. Officers pursued. The suspect vehicle was damaged but kept going until a PIT maneuver finally stopped it. 5 suspects ran from the scene. 1 was caught immediately. Another tried to escape in a second car. An AK-style rifle was found tossed aside as 1 suspect fled. Inside the SUV, officers found a stolen Glock with a 30-round magazine. The vehicle had been stolen weeks earlier from a Detroit factory. Some cars are meant to take people places. This one carried 5 people straight into deeper trouble and left justice chasing footprints into the woods.
Put on the brakes! Stop the car!
Carroll, Iowa, March 5th, 2021. At a fast food drive-thru, Officer Patrick McCarty spotted a wanted forgery suspect in the passenger seat. He pulled the vehicle over to make the arrest. The suspect, 29-year-old Dennis Guider Jr., shoved the female driver out and tried to flee. Officer McCarty ended up on the hood as the car sped off.
Stop the car, man! Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the fucking car! Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop it! Stop the car! Stop the car! Get off the stop the put on the goddamn brakes! Put on the stop the brakes! Put on the brakes! Stop the stop car! Stop the stop car, man! Stop the car!
Guider accelerated to 60 miles per hour before crashing into a culvert, throwing the officer off. McCarty suffered serious back injuries but survived. Guider fled to Illinois and was arrested after stealing another vehicle. One moment of defiance can send a life off course. When speed doesn't just break the law, it breaks the chance to make things right.
Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus!
Clarksville, Indiana. A speeding sedan crossed lanes, hitting 2 vehicles and nearly causing a serious crash on a busy road.
Oh, Jesus. Everybody okay? Jesus.
Get down, baby. Get down. Baby.
Despite heavy front-end damage, the driver kept going until officers blocked the car. Smoke rose from the engine as police ordered the driver to surrender. No serious injuries were reported, but this serves as a reminder. Just seconds of recklessness on the road can endanger innocent lives. Thanks for watching till the end. These chases remind us how real the danger is, and how brave our officers are. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe.